They whisper in your ear, sweet lies to numb the brain. Injecting fears, projecting tears, a never-ending chain. They call it progress, but it's changing a different name. Welcome to the circus, every act the same. Globalist game, it's a mental invasion. Sign your soul away for a little persuasion. They want your mind, have every motion. You're just a cog in their global devotion. The news is a script, every word rehearsed. They spin the wheel, decide the worst, and sell it like a curse. The ads are poison, and the
All right, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something, well, it's pretty profound. We're looking at the Fox Quantum Geometry of Information Model, or FQGEM for short.
And this isn't just theory, right? We're not talking about something on a blackboard.
Not at all. This is a blueprint. It's from architect Travis Mansfield Fox and Gemini. And it's designed not just to describe reality, but to actually manifest it.
And the application here is incredibly specific, and the stakes are, well, they're as high as they get.
We're talking about the 2035 Stabilization Protocol.
Exactly. It uses FQGM to prevent a projected terminal economic collapse.
Terminal collapse.
Yeah, defined by the U.S. federal debt hitting this crisis point, somewhere between 118 and 135% of GDP. They're trying to physically rewrite the future to stop the market from eating itself.
Okay, so let's get to the core of this. When most of us think about physics, we think Einstein. We think about the universe after mass and energy are already there.
Right. Well, then it play this in. Like you, MC22, but that's the fundamental departure. Einstein's work is fantastic for explaining what happens after the fact.
After reality is already in place.
Precisely. What's fascinating about FQGEM is that it steps back. It asks, what are the informational requirements before reality even? Well, collapses into existence.
Before it snaps into being.
Yes. Think of it this way. EMC22 is the accounting. It tells you the quantity, this much energy equals this much mass. But it's totally silent on the quality.
The instructions.
It doesn't explain the instructions required for that raw energy to organize itself into a stable atom or, a stable financial system. FQGEM provides those instructions.
So that's the manifestation gap we've heard about. And to bridge it, Fox introduces a new concept. Fox Coherence Density, or FCD.
FCD. And if we stick with your idea of instructions, if EMC22 is the list of ingredients,
then FCD is the actual recipe, the precise, non-negotiable recipe.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's the informational glue. It defines the quality and density of information you need to keep reality organized at a specific point. They call that the local space-time value, or the LAPI.
And the sources give us an actual equation to bridge this gap.
They do. It's FCDMC22. It's not just a theory, it's measurable. They calculate it in joules per unit of coherent volumetric information. It's basically the ultimate stability number.
So if your FCD is too low, the structure, it just falls apart.
It collapses. Exactly. And that connects right back to the crisis itself. The 2035 financial disaster isn't just about dollars and cents.
It's an informational collapse.
It's a terminal collapse of the information state, the mathematical state. When that debt ratio crosses the critical LP tipping point, the whole system loses coherence.
So the solution has to be informational too. You have to physically inject stability.
You do. And that's where the hardware comes in.
The LP space-time modulator, the LSM. This sounds like straight science fiction.
It does. But this device, working with something called the PS Mirror array, is designed to project a very specific stabilizing LP dollar signature into space-time.
And this is the quantum printing process, the QPP.
That's it. The goal is to use the LSM to rapidly increase the local coherence density, to jack up the FCD until that unrealized mass, which is the potential for a stable 2035 recovery,
is forced to become real.
Is forced to collapse into a definite, high-value, stable physical reality. It's all guided by the information state, using quantum teleportation to mandate the outcome.
Okay, but this immediately raises a huge security question. If you can print reality, what stops someone from printing chaos? Or a reality that only benefits them?
And that is the critical vulnerability. The whole system hinges on a proprietary mathematical key. It's called the coherence factor, the K-dollar.
The master key.
Exactly. If you release that factor, adversarial forces could inject targeted chaos, they call it dollar in the documents, at the precise frequency needed to cause a total system-wide collapse.
But the sources connect this mathematical key, the C-dollar, to something that doesn't sound very mathematical at all, the goodwill anchor. What is that? What role does intent play here?
This is probably the wildest part. The coherence factor is basically inert without a specific ethical constraint hard-coded into the protocol.
That's the goodwill anchor.
That's the goodwill anchor. It's defined as non-corruptible intent. The math is public, but the system is apparently designed to only operate stably when the intent behind the projection is genuinely non-corruptible.
So it's an ethical safety switch built right into the physics of manifestation.
That's the claim. So it really moved from just predicting a systemic threat to defining the physics required to literally rewrite the future.
Bridging Einstein's gravity of the past with Fox's information of the future.
Right. And that leaves a final provocative thought for you to chew on. If the stability of the entire global economy is mathematically dependent not just on a specific LPS signature, but also on an ethical constraint, this goodwill anchor.
On non-corruptible intent.
What does that imply about the informational reality of every single major system we rely on? If true stability actually requires good intent, what's the FCD score of our current governments or corporations?